Two-time Premiership player, four-time All-Australian, and two-time Coleman medalist, Lance Franklin. Welcome to Open Pyke.
Thanks for having me, Open Pyke. It's an unbelievable experience to be finally on here. I've heard so much about you and just amazed to be on here.
Yeah, I mean, we've been trying to get you on Open Pyke for a long time now. We gave you a ring last year. We had Open Mike was after you.
Yeah, he was.
And now we're able to get you on Open Pyke. What made you decide to come on Open Pyke?
Yeah, I had to obviously speak to my management. It was a tough process to get me on here. Pickers was fortunate enough to speak to Andrew Ireland and Jono being such a great media manager as he is, and you being such a, how can I say it, such a big figure of this football club. I thought, why not? Why wouldn't I come on this show and have a chat to you?
Thanks, mate. We're rapt to have you.
No dramas, mate.
Now, I just wanted to get a bit of history about you. The nickname Buddy. Where did that come from, and how old were you when you got it?
Yeah, the nickname comes from my parents. My dad's name's Lance, and my name's Lance too. So just around the household, it got a little bit frustrating at times. Mum would yell at Lance, and my sisters would yell at Lance. So me and Dad would both be looking around at times, and then from then, Mum just called me Buddy, and all my sisters did too. And from the age of 5, it sort of stuck, and from there, everyone's called me Buddy, which is good. That's
a good nickname. And talking about your family, your sister's a really accomplished athlete. Your dad was. Can you tell me about them and what they're doing now?
Yep. My sister played national netball. Both of them did. One went to the AAS and played netball for many years and played for Thunderbirds, the Perth team, Melbourne team. And another sister played just under those ranks, but she ended up stopping after she was about 20 years of age, and didn't quite have the dedication to go a little bit further, and she gave it up. But my other sister was a good long distance runner, and so we sort of always had that sporting background in our family. And my dad was a state hockey player for Victoria. So I'm not too sure where I got my sporting background from. I think Mum thinks it was her side, and Dad sort of thinks it's his side, but I'd probably say it's a mixture of both.
Cool. And now you have is it a nephew or niece? I know your sister's married to Matt Guiteau.
Yep.
Obviously, Wallaby great, living in France now.
Yep.
So you've got
I've got 4 sisters. I've got 4 sisters, and they've all got kids. So I'm the baby boy of the family, and I'm the only one without kids at the moment. So we'll just have to wait and see. Hopefully I can get one out soon.
Yeah, well, got a serious girlfriend in town?
Yeah, I've got a girlfriend for a little while now. Me and Jacinda are going really well.
Yeah.
So it's great.
Excellent. And so obviously, massive move to Sydney. How's it been? Your big profile in the game, big profile in Australia. Oftentimes that comes with a lot of scrutiny. How do you handle it?
Yeah, it's been a massive move for myself and for my family and my friends and the people that are involved in me. But I'd probably say just the football club's been the biggest impact on my transition into being at Sydney so far. The football club, the people that are involved in this football club are just tremendous and have made that transition for me easier than I probably expected.
That's great. Now, I mean, Melbourne is obviously, you talk about the fishbowl in Melbourne, and it is nice in Sydney. A lot of the players enjoy being out of that fishbowl. Have you found like the public eye isn't as on you as in Melbourne, or is it still? Can you still feel it a bit?
Still a little bit, but as I say, you sort of get up here and you don't really hear too much about AFL football until you turn on Foxtel and have a look. But I haven't seen too much of the football so far, and I get into my rugby union and rugby league, and I sort of tend to stay away from the AFL, and I like watching other sports, which is good too, and it takes your mind off AFL and being surrounded by it all the time. And I'm fortunate enough just to be across the road from the Roosters and the Waratahs too, so I enjoy that side of things too.
Cool. And so coming up to Sydney, obviously there's...
And can I quickly ask you a quick question, Pyke? You having a background in, was it Union?
Yeah, that's right.
Yep, can you tell the fans out there just a quick background on that, please?
I'll ask the questions here, buddy, but we can talk about it.
Are you sure? No, because I was told by the producers that we're allowed to ask questions back to Open Pyke. That's the way it worked. That's what Pyke said anyway.
It's not Open Buddy here.
Okay, no dramas. Okay,
right.
sweet. I'll just take a sip of water. No problems.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Super.
Okay, no dramas.
Now moving on.
Okay.
In Sydney now, you have Adam Goodes, incredible player, similar to yourself, 4-time All-Australian. He hasn't won the Colemans, but he's got the Brownlows, 2-time Premiership player. You can probably compare the two of you on a lot of levels. What's it been like being able to work with Adam on a regular basis, and how have you enjoyed it?
Yeah, I think Adam, I've had a little bit to do with him over the years in terms of our Indigenous programs the AFL has put together. So for me to have that relationship with him before coming to Sydney has been something that has helped me a lot. Just his guidance and his leadership he brings to this football club is something that not only I look up to, I think everyone looks up to him. He's Australian of the Year. So yeah, I'm glad to be playing football with him this year, and hopefully he's got a couple more left in him.
Cool. And coming from Hawthorn, obviously you have a view of the Swans. Is there any players that have stuck out for you that you've, from the outside, you weren't too sure about them, and now you come to training, you think, geez, this guy's actually a lot better, more intense than I thought? Yeah,
I think the standouts would obviously be McVeigh and Hanbury. Those boys are superstars of the game, and I think for me a standout would probably be Gary Rowan. I think just the way he goes about his football, his training, to come back from his broken leg the way he has, and just the intensity he trains at. If he can keep that consistency up week in, week out, he's going to be a genuine superstar of the competition. He's just got to keep grounded, and the guys around him with his leadership, we can help him along. But I think he's going to be a tremendous player for the Sydney Swans.
Super. And we touched on before about what you've achieved at Hawthorn. Where do you see yourself going at Swans? Do you think you can take your game to the next level and take this club onto more premierships?
Yeah, I definitely do. I think for me, I'm 27 years of age. I've obviously got a long time here yet. So for me, it feels like I've been drafted again, which I have. I've got another 9 years here at Sydney Football Club. I want to make the most of it.
Yep.
I'm here with a new bunch of blokes. I want to make the most of playing with new guys, experiencing new things, new game plans, new coaches, new players.
And obviously it'd be remiss of me not to touch on your time at Hawthorn. 2012, last week of September, how was it?
Hey, geez, open Pyke, you got that one, didn't you? No, it was obviously a disappointing time for Hawks, and an unbelievable win for us now.
Mate, thanks for coming on.
No dramas at all, mate.
Appreciate awesome to have you.
Thanks. Open Pyke every week from now. Let's get on.
That's right.
Cheers, guys.